Well, there's a big discussion at the Police Services Board last night about cops in the schools. Sandy Hudson's with Black Lives Matter. She joins me right now because I always find our discussions sometimes a little edgy, but we always have some good information. Yeah. So let's talk about this. BLM is saying you don't want cops in the school. McCormick was just here saying they understand from a number of parents and administrators and students and teachers, they want them there. How do you reconcile your two views? Is it going to come down, well, 10,000 want this and only 1,000 wants that? Is it numbers?
So there's a couple of things that people need to be aware of. One is that this is not a universal program. This is a program that's only in place in highly racialized areas of the city. And so yesterday, when we were hearing from people that they like the program, what we were hearing at that meeting was that they like the pizza parties that the police throw, they like the after-school programs like football and hockey that they help with, and police aren't necessary to do those programs. What we're hearing is that actually people want programming in schools, so more funding for schools.
Of course, but
what we don't want,
highly racialized.
Yes.
Are you? I mean, we aren't talking about cops being in schools where there is a very low incidence of incidents.
No, we are, though. What we're talking about, yeah, we are. We're talking about a list that's literally been created to overlap with areas where there's a high proportion of racialized people and black people. We're not doing it based off of any statistics or anything like that. And, you know, this...
Well, the cops, there's too few cops around for the cops and the school board. There's not enough money to be sending police officers into schools where there's no trouble. Well, they aren't doing that.
But they're not saying that they're at the schools for trouble. They're saying that they're at the schools to build a relationship with community.
Part of it is that.
And so what we're saying is, look, too many of our kids are being targeted by these police officers, are having negative experiences with these police officers, are experiencing trauma when they're with these police officers, that's not the way to build community. Let's do it someplace else.
Not.
And parents, don't you think that parents should be able to consent before police officers are interacting with their kids?
Parents should have a big role of that. No, but wait a second.
Exactly, and these parents are saying they don't want it.
If somebody's doing something wrong, you don't go and get consent to have the officer intervene.
But this is not, we're not talking about a situation where students are doing something wrong. We're talking about 5-year-olds who've been handcuffed in schools. We're talking about, we heard a story yesterday of a child who had been grabbed by their neck lapel by a police officer for missing hockey practice. A black student.
I want you, because I've had chats on this station for a number of years. I would like you to get the person or the parent whose 5-year-old was handcuffed to contact me. I want to talk to that person. And I don't doubt you, but I want to say exactly what's going on. But how are we going to resolve this, Sandy? Because you're there last night, and we haven't even got into the tactics yet. I know some people are saying your tactics do not you personally, but BLM's tactics do not engender confidence. But what's going to happen? Because there are a number of parents who say it's better when there's an officer there.
But who are we asking?
Well,
are we asking the
mean,
parents who are having difficulty or not? Because what we're seeing is that black students, in particular black parents, are saying we have a problem with this, our children are being targeted. And then you go to parents...
Are all black parents saying that, Sandy?
We're having a lot of black parents saying that.
And we're talking about numbers.
Sure.
We got to talk about numbers.
So let's talk about numbers. There were people there who were researchers, who were statisticians, who were lawyers, who had statistics that said 48% of people feel unsafe with police officers in their schools. That had statistics about how the interactions with police are breaking school policy, all sorts of different things. And we're not listening to those numbers. What we are listening to is we're picking people who do not have issues with the police, who are saying, I think I like the pizza parties, and using that as a justification for something that's way bigger than that. We need a good discussion
on this, because no one's going to take issue with pizza parties and stuff like that. That's all just fluff.
But here's the issue. We've been having discussions for 10 years. What we need is action, and that action needs to be police out of the school.
I want that person, the parent, and I'd love to see those stats. I will read them.
I'll send them to you. You know, we gave them to the police board, and they all left all of the documents on their tables as they left at the end of the night.
Well, I know
Nobody
you're
looked
a
at them.
smart woman. I know you'll send them to me. We'll have another discussion, and that'll be good. Thanks.